Hey everyone, I'm here with Ted Koltes. He's a residential home inspector.
Everybody, Ted Koltes, your favorite home inspector. I'm here with Phong, and today we're going to focus on the outside, the exterior part of my inspections. Now, the biggest things are we're looking for areas of deteriorated building materials, gaps, penetrations, places where water, insects, vermin can enter the house. We're looking for reverse slope, areas where water drains towards the house. We're looking for we have vinyl siding here. We're looking for damaged siding. We're looking for paint issues and looking at all the exterior outlets. I'm looking at all the exterior water supplies. I want to identify the electric meter, the gas meter. So with that, let's take a real quick tour around the house. I generally spend a lot longer here, but we're going to focus on the important things and give you an idea on what we're looking at. So as we're going around here, obviously we'll talk about the paint. This is what I mean. When it's peeling away like that, it needs to be sanded, scraped, oil-based primed, and repainted. So again, I look at that throughout the whole exterior. Big thing here is this tree. The proximity to the house, number one, so we've got root concerns underneath, but then obviously it's hanging right over the house. What happens is the wind blows and it blows those branches around, and all of a sudden those branches are doing damage to our shingles. So this tree here is a real issue for a myriad of reasons. We've got a poured foundation here, which is really nice. The thing about a poured foundation is unlike a cinder block foundation, there are no gaps in it. So wind, dust can't get through it. We've got our electric meter here. Again, I wanted to identify that. I always put that on my reports too. People need to know where their electric meter is. We've also got our control panel for our irrigation system, which is off right now. Our shutoff is off, which it would be here in March. But during the summer months, I would run this, and I would run all the stations and make sure that the irrigation system works. And so that's that. We've got ourselves a deck coming out from the house. But the important thing about this is I want to look at the substructure. I want to make sure that we're no more than 6 feet wide on our floor joists. I want to make sure that our footing, this 6x6, is perfect for this. I want to make sure that our ledger board is correctly installed and that it's sealed correctly and that it's got flashing on the top. Getting to this deck. This deck here, first thing I'm noticing is I've got some deterioration on the flooring for the stairs. So I'm looking at that throughout. I'm looking at the gaps between the railing balusters to make sure that they're not more than 4 inches, that I'm 36 inches high on my railing. I'm up at the top there. There's going to be an outlet. I'm checking that. I'm checking the sliding glass door. I'm underneath. Again, I'm looking at the footings, the posts. I want to make sure that I'm not more than 8 foot wide on my posts, which I'm not, which is good. Again, I'm looking at my ledger board. I can see my ledger board flashing at the top. That's what I want to see. I'm checking this outlet underneath. I'm looking at my sliding glass door. The threshold is a little deteriorated right there. And I'm looking at the back, the entirety of the property. Is there any other hazard? Are there any other batteries? Are there gas cans? Are there holes in the ground? So this is, it slopes nicely away from the house, and that's a good thing from a water perspective. So as we round the corner here, I see we've got our gas fireplace exhaust. I'm checking around that to make sure that it's sealed up. Again, I'm looking for water intrusion opportunities in that. I'm looking at this retaining wall, and I'm seeing a little deterioration at the top. I always look to see if they're bowing. I can't tell you how many times I've seen those topple over the years, and it starts with bowing. This one's in pretty good shape. And when we round the corner, I see my AC. I go over to the AC. I record the model serial number. The serial number tells me what year it was manufactured. And again, folks, we've got another big tree overhanging the house and super close to the house, and touching the roof, leaning on the roof. Ants? Well, let me tell you this. Phong just brought up a great point. You know what this tree is? It's an elevator for squirrels. This squirrel can get from the ground right up on top of your house, and once they get up on your house and they've got nothing but time, they're going to start to find a way to get in. And now all of a sudden they're trying to get into your attic. So don't give squirrels an elevator to your house, folks. And I've got that much stuff pushing against my foundation. So I don't like that big tree right there close to the house. We've got 2 of them on this property. Again, I'm looking at this retaining wall, which is affected by that tree. So that's where we're at there. I've got another exterior water supply here. And I've got my sump pump drain right here. This is where my sump pump drains out. So I've identified that. Yes, it is. There's a clamp right here. This is meant to go further out. Along those lines, one thing I haven't talked about yet is gutters and gutter extensions. Very important. We need to get water away from the house. It's not enough just for the water to come down off the roof and hit that elbow and exit out 2 feet away from your house. We need to get, and worse yet, at that front corner of the house, it poured out into a low area that returned to the house. So we're gonna have water pooling at our house every time water comes down the gutters. So we need gutters, good gutters, and equally important, extenders. And Phong pointed out, yeah, there used to be something on here, there's a clamp, and whatever it was isn't there anymore. But what that tells me is that when I go in now and do my inside stuff, I need to find that sump pump. So I know it's there, now I just need to find it when I go in. So we're gonna continue around the side, and again, looking for areas of deteriorated siding. This is pretty good. Bowing. I'm making sure that we're not bowing out anywhere. Vinyl siding can do that sometimes, and we're in pretty good shape. We get to the front. I'm looking at the driveway. I'm seeing cracks. I would take a screwdriver and clean all this stuff out and then seal it. That'll preserve my driveway. I'm noticing that I've got a little bit of a drop from my concrete garage floor to my asphalt driveway. Not a whole lot that can be done about that, but I just pointed out to people. I'm looking at the garage door and I'm seeing, you see, if I look up here, I see a gap, and that's because this top panel isn't coming all the way forward. And I'm seeing some damage right here on both these 2 top panels, so I'm pointing that out. Now I want to point out something that's pretty significant, I think, important. And that's that gap that I've got below my garage passage door. And it's also been identified further over under the brick trim. And what might end up happening, I had this happen at one of my houses, and I ended up buying bags of sand, and I filled it in with sand. We've got some damage to our siding right here, and we come along to the front, and I see tape on my dryer vent. So I'd want to explore, you know, is there a gap there, and what needs to happen to seal that. So folks, we've done a real quick tour around this house. Obviously, I would spend a lot more time going through it, but I wanted to highlight quickly the important things that we're looking at as we're going around. I take pictures and then put it on the report. We talk about steps needed to correct any deficiencies. My background as a contractor allows me to estimate costs, steps, materials. So all this happens during the inspection, and this is just the exterior part. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be coming back with another part of the inspection soon. And my name again is Ted Koltes, home inspector. My phone number is 763-843-4694. Again, 763-843-4694. Please share this video, like it if you liked it, and comment. We want to hear what you have to say about it. Thanks, folks, for watching. Bye now.